Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We are, oh, we are using the Anubis Oracle today. This is a very interesting deck. I have been pulled to study Egypt. Every time I would study the Bible and history of religion and things, I was always pulled back to Egypt. And I could go on and on about interesting connections I've had with this with Egypt as well, but this is a journey into the shamanic mysteries of Egypt. Very nice, interesting deck, beautiful guidebook. I'm not going to get into detail. If you want to see the deck and the guidebook, there is another video that I've done where you can see the deck and the guidebook um, in a different video. Feel free to look on my page and find that. But we are going to use this deck today, and we're going to use another deck as well to kind of like clarify as well. This is an Egyptian guided message on what do we need to know from the shamanic mysteries of Egypt. Okay, so looking at our cards, this is a collective reading. Okay, so it take what resonates, leave what doesn't. When we are talking about a collective reading, we need to be aware that um, sometimes people that return to a page again and again and again, their energies will connect with my readings. Sometimes, if you are a new person and you are seeking to receive guidance, your spirit team, your higher self will guide you to a reading that will help you with the answers that you're seeking that you might not be able to interpret yourself. Okay, so not everything might pull to certain people, and that's okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, so looking at our first cards, we have sacred purpose. Okay, so this is all about what our purpose is, the truth behind our purpose. Why is it sacred? Why are we meant to unlock these mysteries instead of just believing stories that we're told time and time again, but not questioning whether or not these stories make sense or whether or not these stories have a hidden mystery or truth behind them. So this is asking you to understand that you have a sacred purpose. If you are here right now on earth at this time, there is a purpose. Okay, there's a purpose for you right now. Even if you don't really understand it or know it, you have a purpose for being here. And you may have served this purpose so many times and not even realize that you've even served your purpose. Okay, so giving you an example, maybe somebody needed to be here and you were the one person that encouraged them to not follow through with something to end their life, right? Or maybe you spoke to that person in the store that delayed them 15, 20 minutes from leaving. And because of that, they avoided an accident that could have taken their life. Like, you never know when you are serving your purpose. You really don't know. Everything you do can be a sacred purpose, okay? We have Hather. So you are talking about magic, the medicine woman, integration. Okay, so in this card, we are being guided to go within and to see our sacredness of who we truly are and the medicine that lies within us. Our words are medicine. Our eyes are medicine. Our smile is medicine. I mean, think about it. When a baby looks at you, um, and their eyes light up, and it just moves through your soul, right? That's sacred medicine. When you smile at someone and they smile back, that's magic. That's sacred medicine within you, right? Your heart can heal someone that's broken just by giving them love and just by being that sacred medicine within you, right? So this card is reminding you that you are sacred. What you hold within you is sacred. How you use that in your life, whether it's doing card readings for others, whether it is being a teacher or a mother or a father or a brother or a sister or a friend or a coworker, you constantly are moving in the energy of sacred medicine because sacred medicine comes within you, okay? And they call it the medicine woman because the woman is part of the man, wo and man. Okay, it's the womb within a woman that births the child that holds the man's um, DNA and seed to help with the opening of the spiritual gates from where physical and spiritual connect together to form the baby, to form the child, to form the rebirthing. Okay, and your thoughts, for example, if if you think of something, it is spiritual and then it becomes physical when you put it in action. Okay, so it's not just about a physical birth, but it's also about um, a physical birth of reality of creation itself. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be around life as far as giving birth to a being or a species or a baby or anything like that, but it can also be bringing things into form, bringing what you know in your thought into reality in your voice, bringing what you think of or dream of into reality in the physical. Okay, so that is also a part of the integration. Okay, so you are constantly using magic whether you realize it or not, you are magic. Okay, your parents might have said, you know, um, let's have a child. So you were thought of before you were even created, right? You as a child, when you were younger, you may have said, when I get older, I want to do this or I want to be that. You put that magic out there into the universe, right? So that is what we call magic. Okay, it is all around you, it is within you, it is what you are created from. Look at the earth. Look at how the earth moves. Look at how the ocean flows. Look at how the rivers cleanse. So like everything is a force within itself, within you, within around you. Okay, so this is asking you to see yourself truly, truly see yourself as who you truly are. Okay, the force within you. You are a part of the whole, the bigger picture. Okay, looking at your next one, we have path, which is the new Aaron. So imagination, yeah, visionary, prophet, yeah. See how this follows. Um, Hather is the magic of the thinking, of the believing, of the imagination. And then this one here is the new Aaron of bringing it into reality. So imagination becomes visualization, right? So this is the prophet of teaching, right? This is the prophet of teaching you how to take what you perceive and to bring it into what is. Okay, so this is the power of creating. Um, this is the power of taking something that may not have been in existence and bringing it into existence. It reminds me of that saying. It just popped into my mind. When you think of something, five other people have thought of it too, right? So that's the importance of patenting. When they say, oh, that's a great idea, patent it. Why do we run to patent everything? Because we know that if we think of something, then somebody else is going to think of it too. If we speak it, somebody else is going to speak it into existence too. If we speak it out into the universe, then the universe is going to hold that and create it again and again and again and again. So we know that if we want to be the one who is acknowledged for that patent, for that design, that it's important to get it patent because it can be stolen by someone else and used by them to basically brand in their name, right? So if you're um, so if you're thinking of doing something, creating something, this message is reminding you to be mindful of who you tell things to be mindful of who you share things to. Because if you share your thoughts and somebody else likes them, they might put those thoughts into physical form. And that's not meaning bad. It's just like, say you think of something, but you don't have the time or the money to make it happen. So you tell somebody else, and they do have the time and the money, and they do end up investing into it, and they do end up making it happen, right? So maybe that was meant for you, but your magic was given to somebody else because you yourself did not hold it sacred and make it happen. Okay, so if you are on this path, you are being guided to hold whatever it is sacred. Don't share it quite yet. Hold it within you. Ask the universe, this is mine. How do I bring it into reality? Guide me, show me, encourage me, and help me to bring this into reality. Help me to make this what it is meant to be. Okay. And you will be guided. You will be shown. If this was meant for you and it's not meant for somebody else, then this card will guide you to show. Maybe you're meant to do an ebook. Maybe you're meant to create something, a new technique for something. Maybe you're meant to make and a creativity that makes life easier for somebody. Whatever it is, whatever path it is, you are going to be guided on how to take your imagination and bring it into a visual physical form. Okay. But the thing is you got to be careful about who you share your energy with, because not everybody is going to support you. They're going to see it as a way of them making themselves rich, making themselves wealthy, making themselves known, okay? And yes, it's not good energy to do it, and yes, the universe can often um, move that energy around and bring it back to the person who truly had the true intention, but that doesn't mean that the damage wouldn't already be done. So, in this process, don't give up on what you're thinking. Don't give up on your true believing, your true understanding of things, and keep moving forward with um, with your imagination. Don't let people make fun of you or laugh at you or doubt you, because the greatest people who've created the most amazing things have been people that other people laughed at, people looked down on, people made fun of, and they were the ones that made the world a better place. So trust yourself, trust your guidance, trust your calling, even if it sounds like it's crazy. Trust your calling, okay? And then softness, we have star consciousness, generosity. Okay, so this is all about seeing, becoming, um, envisioning, and then giving back to others. Generosity isn't about, like, when I think of this, a perfect example is like people who want to be um, branded as like authority, okay, and an authority figure, for example. They want to be branded as authority, but many of those people, they see themselves as ego. Okay, they haven't, a lot of them, they have a very hard time stepping out of that ego energy and seeing themselves as one among all. Okay, so like when you are are an authority person, you are to be one among all. Okay, so if you're sitting on a throne, right, at that point in time, though, you are you are appointed there by those who seek your guidance, okay, who seek your wisdom. So you should never see yourself as better than someone, but more of as equal to all. And what I teach you, you teach him, and what you teach him, because one person can teach the world, but one person can teach one person who can teach another, who can teach another, who in return can teach the world. Okay, so this is reminding you that your consciousness is more powerful when you stay within your heart and when you stay generous of your knowing. Okay, what is given to you is given to you for a purpose, but how will you serve that purpose? That's your guidance here. Okay, how will you allow the consciousness of what you're going through at this moment serve your highest good? Will you be someone that leads those who were where you were? Or will you be someone who looks down upon those and reminds them of what they could have been but are not, right? Will you lead from a place of power, or will you lead from a place of oneness and love? Okay, so that's what this is reminding you is no matter how important you become, remind yourself of who you truly are and who you truly are a part of and where you will eventually go back to. Okay, so I want to pull um, a couple cards from my new deck. This is a new deck that I just ordered. It's Ancient Egypt Oracle cards. I found this deck on Amazon. I will probably move this deck to a a what do you call that? Um, one of these. Like I like these better whenever I'm using my cards a lot versus like keeping them in boxes and things. So I'll probably end up moving my deck to a different carrier, but I wanted to show you this deck and just pull a couple cards with our reading. Let me rewrite the sage and just go over. I haven't really had a chance to initiate this deck. Again, everybody is different, so however you feel drawn to initiate your deck is up to you. I always tell people to honor each card because one, each card is unique and has a meaning that that is guided for you, and two, touching the card with your oils can help to keep them from sticking together, right? So like so that you don't get these big, huge sets of cards stuck together, okay? But just to show you real quickly of what the cards look like, I think they're on Black Friday sale right now on Amazon. I believe I paid $18 with tax. I think they are like 13 now on Amazon. And again, like see how they're sticking together. So like you definitely, I will definitely um, go through these and initiate them with cleansing and love for protective guidance. But I just wanted to show you real quick what they look like. Very nice deck. Great for beginners because there's a lot of words on them. I believe on in Amazon, they are listed as Ancient Egypt Oracle cards for beginners, I think, on there because of the wording, so that you don't have to guess the ancient Egyptian meaning behind them. Okay, so we have confidence and guidance. Cultivate confidence in your abilities. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Take on challenges with a positive mindset and trust in your skills. Your confidence will inspire others and enhance your performance. Okay, so confidence, confidence, confidence. I always tell my students that are learning English, if you if you build your confidence, you will build your English. They go hand in hand because if you're afraid to speak, then you're afraid to grow and you're afraid to make mistakes and you're afraid to share what you know, right? So confidence is the key in everything that we do. I mean, think about people in history, right? Think about how how they lead with confidence, right? So, even if the person doesn't know what they're doing, the person that steps forward and says, I'll learn, I'll try, I'll do it, that person, that confidence in that person is what makes the other people go, oh, wow, okay, maybe I should try this too, or maybe I can do it too, right? So even if you don't know, take your first step in your confidence, okay? Build your confidence. Horus direction guidance. Okay, seek clear direction in your current endeavors. Set specific goals and outline a plan to achieve them. Regularly review your process and adjust your course as needed. Okay, so keep going back to that drawing board or keep going back to that vision board. Keep going back and seeing what's working and what's not working. Keep realigning to the system each time you feel that you're moving one step forward and then you feel like you take three steps back. Go back and say, okay, what's not working? What do I need to adjust? What do I need to keep doing? Right? The greatest failures have birthed the greatest success. Okay, so people who fail and fail and fail and fail, but keep going back, are the ones that have the greatest success, right? So don't give up. Don't think that you don't have what it takes because you do. Okay, you do have what it takes. And if one person doesn't see it, then that's okay. They're not meant to. Move on to the next person and the next person. And eventually you will find the people that are meant to see who you are and what you're capable of doing. Okay. And we have Source precision guidance. Pay attention to details and aim for precision in your task. Accuracy in your work and communication will lead you to better outcomes. Double check your efforts to ensure correctiveness. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Take your time. Don't rush situations. Um, Pay attention to your one step forward, three step back, or even one step forward and one step back. What could you tweet in that one step so that you can go five steps forward, okay? And just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, okay? And our last one is Ra's for vitality guidance. So infuse your life with vitality. Engage in activities that boost your energy and enthusiasm. Prioritize your physical health and well being to maintain high energy levels. Yes, as within, so without. Okay, so if you're trying to create something in the ether energetically, spiritually, emotionally, you also have to pay attention to your body. Your body is what holds the frequency, your body is what holds the divine message coming in. Your body is the soil that enriches the plant. Okay, so you have to learn to love thyself, and when you love thyself, you start to transform on the inside, right? And this is also reminding you that you have the feminine and the masculine energies. It's very important to balance those within you. Okay, it's very important to not just lead by the masculine or the feminine, but to lead equally. Okay, you want to make sure you're doing the inner work to get control over your masculine and feminine energies. Okay, there are times when you are meant to be in your feminine energy, and there are times when you are meant to step into your masculine energy, and there are times when you are meant to balance them so that you come forward with equal energy for the situation that you are in. So if you are constantly emotional, right, then you're not um, balancing the masculine part of you that is able to emotionally conform the the feminine energy, right? So you are being told to, in this picture, to confront each each other, right? Look at each other in the eye. Look your masculine, feminine energy in the eye. Confront yourself, okay? Look at yourself as who you truly are. Confront both sides of you. No denying. Love and embrace who you are. That way, no masculine or no feminine energy can attack you in any way because you are balanced and you will say, I know who I am in my feminine. I know who I am in my masculine. And anything that you say against me cannot be used, right? Outer people try to use what they can against you, and normally those people will use what they see. People can read you better than you can read yourself at times. So this is telling you you got to go in, you got to do the inner work, you got to face yourself, you got to work through the things that you might be hiding under other situations, other circumstances. Okay, you need to really, really confront those energies, and then you will see a great movement take place as well within your path ahead. Okay, so there is our guidance. I'm going to pick a closing card. What do we need to know for our closing card? What do we need to know for our closing card? Thank you, Spirit, for this message and this guidance. Thank you, Creator, for watching over us and empowering us during this time of change. And we have seek inspiration from your surroundings, allowing yourself to be influenced by art, nature, or creative ideas. Let this inspiration fuel your creative projects and endeavors. Okay, so again, your outer influences your inner influences your outer. Seek to find the balance, okay, and in that balance, you will find the guidance that you are meant to have to move forward, okay? So don't hate your surroundings. Love them and embrace them because that is how you transform them and use them for your highest good, okay? All right, that is our guidance. I hope you enjoyed this message. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you next time. Bye.